Hi, welcome to Back 40 Autoworks. My name's Jeremy. My friends call me Styles. I don't know why. They just do. They have for quite a while now. They still won't tell me. This is a show about me trying to work on old cars, fix old cars, restore, modify, with very little money and even less knowledge. Because that's how I do things. It's been a while since I posted much, and I apologize for that. Just crazy busy. It was almost 10 months, 11 months now since we started the Ram Imperial project. But as you can see, the Imperial is back up at the shop. We moved it up here a while ago, and the Ram is still in pieces. Needs to be in more pieces. We've just been busy. I'm not going to get into the how and the why, but just busy. Life. My channel is a hobby like the cars themselves, and so it's on the back burner from time to time. Anyway, that's just one of the reasons. One of the things we've been busy at, and I will show you, is I have had to reorganize my shop. So I put a new section of bench in the middle there. So I got a nice big long bench from end to end all the way across the back of it. So now I can quite easily get to my metal brake and my shrinker stretcher. I got a little more bench for putting things together. And this bench over here that's good installed for hammering stuff on. I'll be able to finally put my bead roller over here on this vise that I've been wanting to be able to do. And I was able to move these shelves from the end of the shop to over the other side. Dave had dropped off some new shelving, which allowed me to do that. The only problem was once I started at that, everything had to get tore apart. But, I mean, there's still some piles of stuff in places, and things still need to find a home, but as you can see, there's a whole lot more room than there was before. And get around the car is pretty good. And of course, there's the Imperial. Now I get that that's not important in the grand scheme of things. That's not what the channel is about, me moving my shop and junk around. Most of you don't care, and that's quite understandable, but that's part of where I've been and what's been going on. So, as I said earlier, Imperial is back in the shop. Ram is still down there in pieces, so I'm going to be bouncing back and forth between the two of them to make the project work. So when I can't get down there, I'm going to be up here because there's all kinds of stuff I got to repair yet. One of the first things I got to do is put some kind of a rocker setup in these things, or in this whole thing, because I've got to get some structure back in this thing before I attempt to lift it, because I don't have a hoist. So it'll be me and a bunch of jacks, some blocks of wood, and my shop crane, lifting her one at a time. So I got to make sure she's solid in the middle. So that's one of the first things that has to happen. And of course, there's all other little bits and pieces that has to happen. There are some dents that have to come out. That's the main one there. Probably the worst one on the car. You can see it there. There's another one on the back fender, but the back fender is down in the pit. Another dimple right there. That's got to be taken out. Some holes in the trunk got to be patched, of course. Still got some junk in here. Just little fellas. Most of it's pretty solid. I'm not going to have to replace too much in the trunk. Most of it looks about as good as that. Well, there's some spots there, I guess. Trunk's probably going to be raised anyway. Of course, a whole floor. And down on these corners where everything meets the rockers, that's getting pretty right. That's got to be. And then I have to do something for a firewall. Mind you, this firewall is pretty solid. I'm hoping I can somehow utilize it in the one on the truck. And you can see the original green there. I tried to show that before. I'm thinking we're going to try and match that. Maybe with just some tractor paint. Because I don't think it would have been too much different than what would have been on it. Or it'll be black. I haven't decided. Anyway, that's where we're at. It's time for me to stop yakking and get to work. So not a whole lot has changed down here with this old truck because winter came and I kind of had to stop. Actually, had like 2 weeks of rain before winter. So, back down here to go at her again for a bit. Get done with the kin tonight. Sun is almost down. Ain't going to take too much longer. I'm going to try and remove the ECM tonight. It is there on the firewall. I have to still have enough mounting points here somewhere, enough steel to get this thing to run, if it will run, and get it up to the shop. Not a lot of room in here. Oh, that's right. I'm gonna be able to unplug them too. They are each. Not much to those. I probably need them for ground too. Let's have a look and see how. Green. I think they're all color coded. Oh yeah, we'll be fine. Perfect. One more for the tote. So as you can see, right in there, the firewall is. Oh, that's actually foam. I do have to cut her right there, which is why that computer had to be moved. So hopefully I can catch a ground there somewhere. I gotta move that air conditioning cool can or whatever it is. Undo my heater hoses, and that last AC. Oh, that last AC line is undone. I might just cut it. So then I can drain the rad, because in order to pull that dash back, I have to let the heater core go. Might take the carpet out next, which means I got to move the shifter boot, this transfer case boot. There's lots of lovely water in there. Ooh, I can imagine what's growing in there. I'm hoping I didn't get too much green in some of my plugs over the winter. I didn't want to leave that over the winter, but I didn't have a whole lot of choice. This one for the seat's kind of green, but I don't know. We might be able to save it. Be doing some hardwiring for some stuff anyway. I was really hoping to get some cutting done tonight, but I got to find where the rest of my wires go on that dashboard. And I think there's still some hidden in that doorpost, or both doorposts, I think. Yeah. I got to watch out for all that insulation too, and remember that, or I'll have a fire down here. Got to take those tires off. All four of them tires are flat, but they're good tires. No cracks in the tread or anywhere on sidewall or anything like that, so got to take them into work and get them reseated, sorry. Polish up the aluminum chrome, plastic chrome on them. Save some of this stuff. I'm going to get reused for other things. This bed is so rotten, I might just be able to rip it off here. Maybe. I doubt it. That's got to go. Yeah. Oh, I want to cut something so bad. G'day! So it is the next day here. I didn't get much done last night. I'm fighting with whatever daylight I can get, which is just the way it goes. It's about 8 o'clock here now. So, just trying to got to get taillights off, and we're just going to see how far we can get before we run out of daylight, which I'm expecting to happen fairly soon. Not sure what the wiring is going to be like in this thing, but anyway, there are a lot of things that are not looking real great. But anyway, get done what we can do tonight. Carry on the next day. Uh-oh, hole in the floor. I do seem to like to break stuff. Alright, that fella. Look at that. And a quarter. Alright. We should be able to just pull the rest of this carpet out of here. Oh yes, there's that thing too. Forgot about that. We might still be able to use some of this. Maybe. I doubt it. So can always dream. So there is definitely some more harness to remove. Some of it's airbag harness, which I won't be using again. Airbag plugs, I'll have to separate all that. Goes up there to that center plug. I know that's the airbag module, this little fella here. These are either door speakers or switches or both, all of the above, maybe, I guess you want to say. There's a bit of floor's getting bad here. It's a great big hole here, but it's solid right there. And I mean, like I said, I'm going to be cutting that closer to the firewall. It's going to get narrower, so we may just luck out and have solid floor everywhere we need to be. It's feeling like it is. Or it'll be very small patches. Anyway, we'll carry on. I'll move that harness. Not the right tool, but try not to damage any wires when I do that. Screwdriver? Where's my screwdriver? No smashy smashy. I don't know how that was supposed to get out, but brute force of ignorance wins again. Morning. It's a Saturday morning here. I didn't get a whole lot done last night. The bugs nearly carried me away. This video is being shot over 3 or 4 days, or whenever I get time, do little bits here and there. This section of it, this whole video actually. So this morning I'm going to let the heater core go, catch what I can of the pan down there, remove the dash, and hopefully start cutting up the firewall on the floor. Yeah, and we're going to do a bit at a time and get done what we can get done. See what happens. I'm going to take this throttle body surround off to get in there to get the get to my heater core lines. And I'm kind of at the point now where I have to be careful with some stuff. I've always got to be careful, but I can't just rip in here. There we go. Some kind of sensor. Ooh, look at that. Oh, oily. It's not very good. But crankcase ventilation problem, maybe? I don't know. Alright, there they are. Let's start taking stuff up to the shop that I just cleaned up. But I'm going to have to put this stuff somewhere. Alright, just sharpen up a knife. See if my sharpening skills are any good. Oh, not bad. Cool. And hardly any antifreeze running. Can I get my saw on there? Because I'm not now with couplers. I'll probably never run AC anyway. We only had a few weeks where it's hot enough days. Should probably get. I wonder if she can remember. Maybe we'll put blade in and see. I know all these quick couplers and stuff are designed for a reason, to make things easier. But out here on the East Coast with the corrosion and the salt and all the crap we have to deal with and the rust, they're not easier. My experience is quicker enough just to cut them off and deal with the mess. All they do is create frustration and aggravation. In California, where the world is a perfect place all the time, not the case. What are the chances? That bracket. Look at that. One thing out of the way. I might need that. Maybe. I don't know. But now, I should be able to get this out of there. Maybe, maybe not. Don't know. Yep, perfect. Woohoo! One more piece gone. I'm going to try and drop the column. I have to get this big mess out of here with all these bolts. I'm going to try and remove it as best I can without cutting anything on that, because I think I'm going to need some of it. I'm going to try and save the center section of the very top of the dash or firewall, whatever you want to call it. Simply because I think I may need parts of it, and I was going to try and save the heater box, although it ain't going to work, but I might be able to cut it up and fabricate something to make it work, because I will need heat. All that rain we got has landed right in the truck. I'm going to be careful and take some of these off. I've decided, instead of cutting the box all the way off, I'm just going to cut around the floor, because I'm going to need some floor for a trunk and other things I believe in the Imperial. So I'll measure same width as the frame and just run my grinder along there. Now, there are some bad cross members and I won't be using it all, but if I have it all, it might be a big help. Anyway, right now, those I cannot lose. Those I will need later on in life. Now, the column is free of that bracket, I believe. Where is it? You know what? I don't think the column is even attached to that. Here we go, dummy. That's two. Right in the water. Great. It's moving. It's moving away from the firewall. A bit at a time. Alright, gotta switch to 10s. I think we're damn near close enough for that. Okay, this side let go. Just about. Alright, after a lot of fighting, I realized there was a bolt up into this piece, up to the steering column bracket, which I couldn't see before. So now, remove this. So I don't know if I can use that or not. But at least I will be able to find the rest of the stuff I need to find. Maybe. Sort of. Those plenums are driving me nuts. And they're coming off, one way or another. Look at that. Right there. Okay. 1, 2. For that plenum. How many for that plenum? And those are 8s. This 1, 2. So what else? What's over there? What's the last one? That fell over there, I think. Where's my driver? That was a lot more of a fight than I expected, but this main bracket is off. And I'm going to use it again, I think. In parts, anyway. Pieces and parts. Maybe. Maybe. Alright, get that heater box off. Heater box is out. That didn't take too long. I spent probably a couple hours just fighting trying to get that big dash bracket out, taking the e-brake thing out. I do have this sitting up in place and most of the harness is let go. I'm kind of maybe just lay it in the middle of the truck. But I've had to unplug some stuff because there's been some water in plugs and I'm hoping that this will dry it out. I'm going to take what I can up the shop as I'm going along here. So it doesn't all go bad on me. Little bits and pieces. We're getting there though. I tried to leave a lot more together, but that did not work. I would get into those windshield posts, I can tell you that. I've smashed my head in them I don't know how many times now. So I'm at a standstill here for a minute. It just poured down here. The sky just opened up like crazy. Anyway, I got most of the electric tools hidden away in the envoy and got the cord unplugged and everything. You know, got them tidied up. Some of my hand tools are on the ground, but it's only raining light right now, and I want to try and keep going as much as I can. So we did get most of the dashes all out of it. Just got to get that crap off the firewall there, the insulation. I'm going to try and let the steering column go one more time, because I'm going to do some cutting today. We'll do what we can anyway. I got those sections of harness up into the shop where they're dry. There was some water in some of the plugs, but I didn't see any green yet, so we might be all right. Hopefully. I got to get this thing to run again and get up here. Yeah, she's all stripped now, for the most part. I needed to leave some stuff there for reference points. I have drawn some lines on each side, right from here, about 7 inches from here and into there. I'm going to try and take this whole post. I'm going to cut right along that seam, or right below that seam. Try not to cut the cider on fire. I'm going to cut the windshield post off first, I think. And yeah, go from there. And eventually I'm going to run a line all the way down here and take all this rot off. And we're going to be very close to where we're supposed to be, and I'll be cutting it more. It's pretty hard to get an accurate measurement though, but go do what I can, trying to stay out of the flammable stuff. I know I'll have to scrape some stuff off. All this stuff's going to come off. I'm just going to try and go around it for now. I think I'm going to jack it up, take the wheels off. Because I need to get under it anyway and move section of the harness, and we'll start some cutting. Alright, we got her jacked up enough to get the wheels off, but the wheels are fighting me, and I really want to do some cutting, so I've done all that work to do some cutting, so I think I'm going to try and cut some of this stuff off. And I'll go with the windshield, or go with the wheels later. I'm going to try and cut her just below this bulkhead here, over to about this side, both sides, down around this wheel well. You can see my line here, and kind of all in right where the rocker starts to meet the floor, right around here. And pieces, of course. See where we get. You can hear somebody hunting over there. Hope they stay over there. in there. Whew. He's in there. Probably not a good idea, is it? Just take some weight, that's all. Just wanted to take some weight. About that level in the flea market, so I mean, you know, it's done at time. It was only $5. Made me feel real good. Real good. Better than it should have. But I might do a little more than that today. I feel like I got nothing done because it took so much work to get to that point. That could have been a disaster. The way that thing's shaped wasn't stamped right. Hey. Cool. Right on. Just got to get the rest of the wheels off and some more pieces cut off. I should probably evict those bees before I get too much further along, because I can hear them and I don't think they're too happy. Should fire my tape on that and see how much I messed up. Wow. So one of my measurements were messing me up so much. Look how much that firewall changes. Just starts across the top of it. Dips and dives and ins and outs. It's going to be fun. But it'll be worth it in the end. Again, none of these cuts are perfect. You saw me cutting. I done well to hold on to the saw, period. But I think we're about where we're going to want to be here. That one was not something I needed as bad as I thought, because that hole there is just another hole for the stern column bracket, but we will put that in anyway. Look how flimsy that is. Wow. Hope the Imperial can add some strength. Anywho, let's get some more done. Got some. Dang. Oh, I think I was by for a little while. Kind of want to take this opportunity to show you. I want to use these 15-inch rims. These are Imperial's original rims. They're smooth, steely rims, and they have the catches on them for the baby moons, and they'll take a beauty ring as well. And I'd love to use them, and the bolt pattern is actually the same, but they won't clear the caliper because that truck was made for 20-inch wheels. Can you get it? Actually, it wouldn't go on. Caliper's way too big. Kind of sucks. Anyway, I gotta find a 17 or 18-inch smoothie. Gotta find it cheap, because I am cheap. Anyway, we'll finish busting the rest of these wheels off. And I said that's how it's gonna be done. Bust it off. I know where those fellas are getting in. I can hear them. I'm gonna get me on these sooner or later here. I think they're just bumblebees. Getting in right around here somewhere. So I gotta go. Well, there she is for today anyway. Quite a lot done. It doesn't look like a whole lot different, but we did get quite a bit done for sure. The cowl and the windshield are cut off. Down into most of the rocker. Almost to back where the cab corners are. We'll do that another day. I think I managed to keep enough spots on my firewall for the stuff that I need. Look how close that brake booster is. I'm a little worried that ain't going to fit. But the Imperial is taller than I think. And she's on jack stands now. Got the wheels off. Oh, they were a fight. I don't know who invented these friggin' stainless steel covered lug nuts. They are terrible. I'm going to attempt to do the same type of thing with the box and leave the box floor. I don't know how much of it I'll be able to use, but if I can use any of it all, that'll be a big help. You know, because the Imperial needs trunk floor and stuff like that, and everything's going to be quite close. I'm going to put my steering column bracket back on here before I attempt to move the truck. I'm going to have to cut. There's some bolts right here. I see this was just a dummy hole. I don't know what it would have been used for, but I'm wondering if the bracket needs those. I'm hoping not. Maybe just one, because I think I still might have to take off along here for the Imperial firewall to fit. Imperial, I can't talk today. I'm wore out. I don't know if you can see it, but we measured where we think the firewall is for the Imperial, and it's going to start right about here where this little line is, right here where my finger is. So it's back but almost half a foot from where the truck firewall is. So going to be some fancy figuring stuff out. However, the dashboard doesn't come out near as far as the truck dashboard did, so the wheel may still be in the same place. I'm not really sure yet. We may not lose a whole lot. We might lose all kinds. But remains to be seen. We're going to be running a double firewall, which is kind of cool because I'm going to have to build some kind of a heater box for the Imperial. And I'll still be able to use the one from the truck and cut it down, I think. That's going to be it for this one. Not a whole lot of progress, but a lot for me. I've been down, messing with it for a full day and 3 nights now. So just when I can get time, and again, it's just me and whatever tools I can muster up. And yeah, thanks everybody for watching. On the next video, we're going to tackle the box floor, rear cab wall, and save as much as we can for patching up the Imperial. And yeah, please like and subscribe, because the more that subscribe, the more I can do. And I apologize again for taking so long to back at it, but I'm busy, just like the rest of you are. This channel is a hobby, is just like the car itself. Get to it when I can. Again, thank you very much. Please like and subscribe.